Students, welcome to this video lecture session number 18 for BBA program, Consumer Behavior and semester for fifth semester for Bangalore North University. So in the second chapter, Determinants of Consumer Behavior, we will discuss about the concept called consumer memory. So before going to the understanding the concept of consumer memory in previous class, that is in video lecture session number 17, we studied about the concept called consumer learning. So in consumer learning, we studied about various drives, motivation, cues, cues as well as responses, reinforcement, and retention of individual consumers at the time of purchasing the products or services, and learn the various how they is going to learn the many things out of through reading books and discussion and through journals and various other sources. The learning objective of this session is the students will be able to analyze the role of consumer memory in the study of consumer behavior. The students will be able to analyze the role of consumer memory in the study of consumer is the outcome of this session. So let us see what is the meaning of consumer memory. It refers to the process that allows consumer to record and later retrieve experience and information related to product or services. So purely a memory is nothing but it is the process that allows a consumer to record and later retrieve. So first of all, he is going to record all the information relating to various issues, and whenever he needs it, he is going to recall that information at the time of taking the decisions. Is called as consumer memory. So since we are studying it is from consumer point of view or consumer behavior point of view, obviously he is going to recall all the information that is recorded at the time of receiving all the information at the time of purchasing the products or services with regard to the products or services. So consumer memory involves the encoding. Encoding is nothing but where he is going to convert the information, his understandable knowledge, and he stores that data storage and retrieval. Whenever he requires it, he recalls those data for the taking the appropriate decisions. Retrieval of information relating to product or services is called as consumer memory. So before going to the consumer thinking process, so while the recording, encoding, storage, and retrieval of various information related to products or services, he himself or asks some questions so that if he gives a suitable answers to those questions, it can be better understood by consumer memory. So what happens after consumer attend to a comprehensive information about the products or services? So after getting all the information, the consumer is going to usually make retrieval and to take the appropriate decision at the time of purchasing the products or services. And what is the consumer reaction to all this information? While getting all this information through various sources, where there are various sources where he can get the various information, and what is his reactions to all this information is also constitute consumer memory. And what is the time gap between acquisition of information and the purchase decision? That is more important. So after getting or recording all the information, what he takes to make the purchase decision is also important. If he takes in purchase decision instantly, then he can store all those memory in a short-term memory. And if he postpones the purchasing decisions in future date, and he can store that into long-term memory. That distant event activities that is taken place in the more, it will take more time to take that decision. Then he is going to transfer it to long-term memory, or it is also called as long-term memory. So consumer thinking process, how he is going to make things through thinking only, he is going to learn the many things, or he is going to memorize all the information related to product or service. The information is first perceived and then transferred to short-term memory. So first he is going to, usually what happens, so the consumer first he is going to make perceive. Perceive is nothing but his his opinion or his reviews about a product or services is called as perceive, how he is going to perceive the things. And then if he satisfies the information that is provided by the manufacturer marketer, or he satisfied the needs, the information that is provided by the marketer, then he is going to transfer it to short-term memory. So short-term memory usually, as I explained in the previous slide itself, it is because of recent occurrence or events that and activities that is taken place within a short period of time, that is called as short-term memory. The transfer of information from short-term memory to long-term memory is controlled by rehearsal and coding process. So if he suppose if he is not satisfied, or if he is going to make purchase decision in the future date or future occurrence or after a long time period, then he is going to make coding and rehearsal. And rehearsal is nothing but repeating again and again information, recalling the information again and again, and he is going to transfer that information into long-term memory, where this will be this information will be used by the consumer in the future purpose, not instantly. Is called as long-term memory. Next one, rehearsal involves repeating information regularly in consumer head. So here rehearsal is nothing but when he is going to take the decision instantly, then rehearsal is not at all required. But if he is going to make the purchasing decision in future days, then obviously rehearsal is required, where he is going to regularly recall the whatever the information that is acquired at the time of getting the information is called it as rehearsal. Then next one, coding involves moving some information from short-term memory to long-term memory and moving from information from long-term memory to short-term memory, vice versa. So coding involves is nothing but where he is going to translate the whatever the information he has acquired from short-term memory to long-term memory and long-term memory to short-term memory, vice versa, is called as coding. Consumer information processing. So whatever the consumer is going to get the information that has to be processed, and processing is undertaken under various heads. First one is perception of information. So how he is going to perceive the things about the products or services is very important things in the study of consumer behavior. So perception of information can be happen in first one, direct experience. Direct experience is nothing but actual usage of products and services by the consumers. So after using the products and services of the consumer, he is going to directly get the benefits. Directly is going the information about the products or services. Indirect experience. So indirect experiences is nothing but where he is not at all going to get the information about the products or services by usage or products or services, but he is going to get the information, all those information through reference groups where those product services already used by their relatives, friends, or reference group. That is called as indirect experience. From salesperson claims and packages. So obviously, salesperson is going to give the various information about the products or services in the form of communication of marketing. Through this, he is going to process the information about the products or services. Through brochures, consumer magazines, a consumer is going to get all the ready-made information or direct information about the products or services that is usually available in the showrooms or in websites, or it is available in the outlets where he is going to get all the information about the products or services. Coupons and word of mouth. Sometimes the marketer can issue the coupons. Through coupons only he will get the information, and he is going to process that information and act accordingly. And even word of mouth is one of the strong communication media where present today all the reference groups, all those friends or relatives, where they make some references through word of mouth, whether that product is viable or that product features are good or not. Through that, the consumer is going to process the information. Short-term sensory register. So after getting the information through various sources, usually a consumer is going to make it short-term memory. That is in the form of sight. Sight is nothing but by seeing the various documents or newspapers or through advertisement or those things are called as sight. Where through sight only, through vision only, he get all the information and transfer it to short-term memory for quick decision making purpose. And through sound, sound is nothing but where he is going to hear from various. This is one of the examples of indirect experience where he is going to hear from various reference groups, relatives, friends, and peers, so that he will get all the information through that. He will make the decision through smell. Through smell is nothing but where he is going to get the taste and smell. Through that, he is going to get to process the information about the products or services and convert it into his short-term memory. And touch, even by feeling the products or services, he will get the information about. I will process the information in the short-term memory. By touching the products only, we can come to conclusion that which is a qualitative products or services or not. Short-term memory, as I said, short-term memory where he is going to make a recent occurrence or events, that is activities that is going to happen in the short period of time. Short memory can be happen through encoding only by converting this information into understandable knowledge, his understandable knowledge, and he's going to get retrieve whenever he needs it. He is going to retrieve the data about the products or services and reasoning, and he is going to analyzing the various things that is suitable, the benefits, the features of the products or services. And long-term memory. So long-term memory is nothing but whenever he is going to make postpone for the purchase of products or services, he is going to convert the short-term memory into long-term memory. That depends upon the attitude, beliefs, and categories of the consumer or an individual. And after that, he is going to make a response, judgment or choice. He is going to judge the products or services based on the whatever the information he is going to store and through coding and retrieve and make the decisions in the form of judgment, which one is the best or not, or through choice is nothing but where he will get all the various alternatives, so that the products and services will get according to his choice and taste or preferences. So through these, I have prepared some multiple choice questions so that this concept of consumer memory, it can be better understand to the students. So any change in the content or organization of long-term memory or behavior is known as learning, marketing, cognition, repositioning. The answer is learning. So learning provides a long-term memory or behavior is known as, that is correct. Through learning only, we can change any content or organization of long-term memory. A series of activities by which stimuli perceived are transformed into information stored is called as marketing, interpretation, learning, and information processing. The answer is information processing. Dash is the total accumulation of prior learning process or experience. That is memory, brand image, brand equity, positioning. Answer is memory is the total accumulation of prior learning experiences, or it is a pool of prior learning experiences. Which of the following are the two interrelated components of memory? Primary and secondary memory, conditional and unconditional memory, short-term and long-term memory. None of these. The answer is short-term and long-term memory is interrelated components of memory. Which portion of the total memory is devoted to permanent information storage? That is short-term memory, long-term memory, primary memory, secondary memory. That is long-term memory, where it is going to devoted all the information processed to into permanent information storage. So these are the references I have taken to collect the data and present it in the form of consumer memories. So thank you for watching this video.